So welcome back to my channel. Here we are after episode 8. Okay, the messiness rose to the surface, the emotional intelligence rose to the bottom, and there were some themes of accountability. Okay, I'm gonna say that's the theme of this episode, was accountability, but the way people went at it was wrong. Okay, so if you are ready for my review from a therapist about episode 8, we can get into all the things, so stick around. I'm Denise Brady. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist, and so this season my spidey senses kept going off, and so we're going to have to get into some accountability, some of the things we saw about our egos getting the best of us, also some emasculation. Now, I know it's a hot topic for us to discuss how women emasculate men, but we gonna call a thing and get into it. So let's start with this Ponderosa now. We come back and, you know, Uche is Uche, okay? I think he is trying to have Lydia take accountability, but his approach, okay, is a bit much. He's trying to hammer in, you are crazy, okay? You came on this show to get me back, okay? That's the thing. That's what I was really getting, was that he was trying to put out there that she is crazy, she's psychotic, watch what you're doing, because she ain't the one you want to marry. And so Milton is very, I want to say calm, but I want to know, do you guys think there's a difference between being calm and being passive? Okay, he's also very emotionally disconnected from emotion and intelligence and logic. He seems to side more with his logical side, which I think at times can get him into trouble with women, because he doesn't have that emotional connectedness, and sometimes women see his calm demeanor as passive or not being man enough, not masculine enough. So I think that gets him into trouble. Now, I'm gonna look at my notes because your girl was taking a lot of notes, but I think, you know, I really want to talk about accountability, because I think even when it comes to the situation with Stacy and Izzy and Johnny, I don't get it. There must have been some stuff behind the scenes. Once again, Eddie is leaving out, because why is it that y'all going at her so hard? Okay, what's really going on? Okay, because it's really making Stacy look like a mean girl. Okay, we wear pink on Wednesdays is what it's giving. Her energy, for some reason, why is it that she needed to make Johnny feel like a bad person? Okay, she was rolling that girl so hard, and Izzy was too. And once again, I think his name is Chris. He is also kind of passive. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out, is it that they're passive or that they're very calm? Can those two things be different, or can they be the same thing? Because as they're kind of like going in on his girl, he was just kind of sitting there. I would think that he would say, hey, like, no more, something more than what he did. I just don't understand why Izzy has this, Izzy and Stacey have this, like, we need to make her look like a bad person. We already know Johnny is not the most put together person. We don't need y'all to add more gasoline to the fire now. We get it, y'all. And why is it that you guys can't focus on your own relationship, your own love, trying to make it work? Why are we so focused on what this girl is doing? I really feel like this season there was a lot of things left out of editing, which could have helped us bridge these gaps and understand what was really going on. And I saw in some of the comments on the Netflix Instagram that some people, someone commented that there must have been stuff that we didn't see, and Stacey came in and said, yeah, that's right, there was stuff you didn't see. So it's just disjointed. Like, where's all this energy coming from? And now Stacey's demeanor, like, why? Let me know y'all thoughts. Do you think she was coming too hard? Do you think it was enough? Do you think that there were things that we did not see? Let me know. Okay, now let's get back to the drama. Lydia, James, aka Milton, was he James the Fourth? So let's get into that. So to me, when Lydia went and sat with the girls and they brought up the allegations, to me I was like, she didn't really have a reaction. Now, if someone's going to accuse me of being a liar, being manipulative, being crazy, being psycho, saying that I only came on this show to hook back up with him, I'm gonna have some things to say. I'm gonna have a reaction. Did y'all notice how she didn't have a reaction? To me, it was like, once again, you kind of got caught, girl. Okay, y'all only dated 3 months. Is Houston really that small where y'all can just run into each other on a TV show? To me, it kind of looks like, okay, you saw his stories. I'm sure some of his stories point out that he was trying out for the show or whatever it is. You were looking at his friends' stories and you were like, okay, let me try and get on this show too. And now production and casting saw a little spark in you and they let you on the show. But her reaction to me was not, I just think I would have had a bigger reaction to someone accusing me of being like a stalker. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think that you would have just sat there and just, her face was just very like, she was more upset about him coming there and talking to her terribly more than the allegations. Make it make sense. The math ain't mathing, girl. It's starting to look like, yeah, maybe what he's saying is true. Okay. Also, I was interested to see how every time she gets upset with Milton, she turns into a mother. She turns into, where were you at? And when he said he was taking like a 20-minute piss. But notice how her reactions, I'm gonna do a whole separate video on episode 9 because we gotta get into that dinner that they had together. But notice how her reactions always turn into, where were you? Milton, blah, 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 blah. What's wrong with you? Very critical. Very black and white thinking, y'all. Very black and white thinking. Now, we have talked about this in previous videos about her black and white thinking. These 2 episodes gave me more of, there's some Access 2 stuff going on, girl. We got to work through that because it's not being addressed. Okay. Now, once Izzy and Stacy got home, it was very interesting. Okay. Because I feel like when Izzy was saying he was turned on by Stacy attacking Johnny, what is it about her attacking another woman that turns you on? It's giving toxic to me. Okay, it's giving very toxic. And then Stacy's demeanor at times can be very emasculating. Okay, in her relationship dynamic with Izzy, I feel like Izzy is always going to be having to prove himself. Prove. He's always going to be down here and she's going to be up here. There's not a lot of equity in their relationship dynamic. I noticed throughout the episode, he is constantly trying to prove himself to her, prove his love. But I'm going to get into a whole nother short little video about their dynamic because nobody's really talking about it. But you know, over here we talk about the things. So what other stuff did I jot down? Now, let's get into the parents, okay? Now, the parents, Milton's mom, she know what it is. His sister, they know what it is, girl. We see it. We see the fakery, okay? We are the FBI over here. We will look everything up about you. You not get nothing through us, okay? Notice how everyone to me sees past, I don't want to say everyone, but some of the people on this show really see past Lydia's actions versus what she's saying. They see past the, even her, Milton's mother and sister said, everything you say seems very perfect, okay? But what's behind that, okay? What's behind that? I'm gonna put my little Inspector Gadget Steve Urkel glasses, okay? Because to me, it was like, they see past the bullshit. Okay, what you really doing here, girl? Now, they're the type of family, they're going to support their son no matter what. But they can see clearly, like, everything is not right. They don't believe in the marriage. They don't believe in the relationship, but they believe in their son. Okay? And sometimes as parent, being a parent my own self, I think as my children get older, there are going to be times where I know that they're not making the best decision for themselves, but I can't be a helicopter parent. And I have to allow them to make decisions on their own. Now, I'm not going to allow them to make a decision that would like physically hurt themselves or somebody else. But at times we have to let our children be adults. And I think that's what's happened in this situation. They're letting him make his own decisions. They're letting him gather his feelings and thoughts. So, but they see past the bullshit. Let me know, do y'all agree with his family? Do you think it's all fraud? You think it's like a scam? Do you think that there's more behind with Lydia and wanting to marry their son, brother? Because yeah, she to me didn't ask too many questions about them as a family, their dynamics, their traditions, things that you would think to ask in this situation. Now going over to Izzy, to be honest with you, I kind of got a different perception of him through these episodes. He seems like there's a little boy in him looking to be loved, looking to be accepted, looking to be nourished. And when we saw his mother in that dynamic, she seemed supportive. But I feel like in some of his interactions with Stacy, he really wants to be loved and seen. That love that he is trying to get from maybe the loss of the relationship with his father that he never had. He's trying to get that with Stacy. And that inner child is coming up, trying to constantly prove himself. I don't know if I think he would really say no. I kind of think Stacy would probably say no before he would. Stacy is very much caught up in finances. The only red flags for her have been the things related to finances. Notice how she only becomes very emotional, almost crying when it comes to finances. So I'm not too sure there, but these episodes really were about accountability, but people don't know how to properly hold people accountable. In these episodes, it was more about accountability related to making people feel like shit, okay? Making people feel bad about who they are as a person instead of being constructively critical, constructively, let's tap into our emotional intelligence, let's talk about things. But instead it was about, I'm gonna make you feel bad as a person, I'm gonna embarrass you on TV. But Lydia, we're gonna have to get into some things in another video about Lydia. I want to talk further about the dynamic between Izzy and Stacy, but I don't want to make this video too long now. These are my thoughts. I thought it was very messy, very dramatic, not a lot of depth into these episodes. But let me know your thoughts, because we can talk about it. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.